How do I do that?
I'm doing it. That's on me. I just don't do it.
I don't have to record it.
All right. So you made it to the end. I'm so proud of you. All right. So we've got a full flow tonight, this evening, whatever time you're on, and we're gonna put it all together. So yesterday was super, super gentle. Today's not going to be like super psycho or anything like that, but it is going to be more of a flow. So this is my like passion, yoga. I was a dancer kind of growing up, so the whole linking one pose to another just really feels so good in my body. So what we're going to do today is what they call like a well-rounded flow. It'll have pretty much every pose that we learned, not every single pose, but a majority of them that we learned throughout the week. And it'll also incorporate our Surya Namaskar A and B, our sun salutations A and B. So those will kind of be the center of our practice. Those will be the meat of our practice. And I like to teach kind of sandwiched. So I like to ease us in. I give us a nice warm up. You know, we usually start on our backs or in a child's pose. So we ease into it, and then the center is a little bit of fire, and then we ease back out of it. So that's pretty standard for a typical flow class. It's definitely standard for one of my classes. So let's get started. I have a block handy. We are going to do like a little bit of those low lunges and hamstring stretches. So if you want, was that Parker? Hi, Parker. If you want the floor to come to you a little bit, maybe have a block handy, but not necessary today. And yeah, let's get to it. Do it. Lay down. Hi, Parker. How are you? Are you going to do yoga with us? All right, lay down in a comfortable position. So just like yesterday, whatever that is for you. So maybe your legs are extended and you're in a full-on Shavasana, full-on corpse pose. Or maybe for a little bit of a hip opener, you bring the bottoms of your feet together and let the knees fall open. And whatever's comfortable with your hands. So maybe left hand to the heart and the right hand to the belly, or maybe hands down by your sides, palms facing up. And just allow yourself to get super, super comfortable. And check in physically, mentally, emotionally, what's going on today? What are we holding on to? Where's the tightness in the body? Where can we relax and soften for these first few breaths? And just really allowing ourselves to arrive on our mat. So the beautiful thing about yoga is we don't need to worry about where we just came from or what we need to do next. We just get this beautiful little magic carpet ride for this next, 50 minutes or so. So I want you to just become aware of the parts of your body that are in contact with the mat and let them become really, really heavy. Noticing if you're holding on to any tension in your jaw, and relax your jaw completely. Noticing if there's any tension in the shoulders or the hips, and just really bring some breath into that space and soften. I want you to take one huge inhale, filling up all the way deep down, all the way to your tippy toes. And then I want you to exhale out your mouth and let everything go. And then take a moment, check in emotionally. How are you feeling today? No judgment, just checking in. Ask yourself, hold space for yourself. Let yourself feel whatever it is. And finally, checking in with the monkey mind. Again, not trying to change anything. Just acknowledging where it's at today. What is it thinking of constantly? And doing your best for this class to not follow any thoughts down the rabbit hole and just return right back to your inhale and your exhale. And as you notice your mind start to wander during class, just be like, oh, there, that's happening again. Totally normal. And return right back to your breath. And now let's take another really big inhale through your nose. And part your lips and sigh everything out. And then reach your arms up overhead. Take a really big good morning stretch, stretching all the way from the fingertips to your tippy toes. And then hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. And let's rock side to side, over onto the right kidney, over onto the left kidney. Releasing the low back, checking in with the low back. If you notice any parts that are tender, just linger there for an extra moment or two. And then keep your knees together and circle them a couple times to the right. And a couple times to the left. Awesome. And now bring the bottoms of your feet to the mat. So your heels are by your booty. Your feet are about hip width apart. We're just going to do a little bit of core work. I love to do a little core work at the beginning of a flow class because really activating our core really helps us with standing poses and balancing poses. So I want you to press your low back into the mat and really engage your low belly. Now interlace your hands behind your head and open your elbows out wide. Act as if you have an orange underneath your chin, and we're gonna press our chest up to the ceiling. So I don't want the motion of trying to get your forehead to your thighs. I really want your chest lifting up towards the sky. Okay, so we're gonna lift up for 10. Keep moving. 9. Exhale on the lift. Here's 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Nice. Now lift your knees up. So your knees are right above your hips and your shins are parallel to the ceiling. And then flex your feet. Now our legs are going to stay stagnant. So don't move your legs at all. And then hug your elbows towards each other. So my hands are still interlaced behind my head. Hug your elbows towards each other. And just bring your elbows up to your knees. So we're not bringing our knees anywhere. Our knees stay stagnant. And then inhale to lower back down to the mat. So lift up on the exhale. And inhale, lower back down. 8 more. Last 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to do something called a really slow yogi bicycle. So open your elbows out wide. Hover your left leg off the mat as long as your low back stays on the mat. And then bring your left elbow to your right knee. Inhale to come center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Keep it moving. Low belly stays engaged. Low back stays on the mat. Whee! Are we having fun yet? Okay, well, one more time on each side. Awesome. Now come back to center. Rest your head and hug your knees into your chest.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Now we're going to do what?
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Now we're going to do boat pose. I want you guys to rock and roll. So we're going to rock from the shoulder blades to the hips. So we're rocking up and down. But this time we're going to hold into a boat pose. So if you guys remember boat pose, we're going to stick right here. You can either have your knees bent and hold the back of your thighs, or legs are extended and arms are reaching. Okay, we're going to rock back and then rock into this boat pose 5 times. So rock it back and stick into your boat, either legs extended or bent. If you have any low back issues at all, I want it to look more like this, okay? Whee!
That hurts.
Last one. And we're gonna hold this one. Stick in your boat. Stick it, stick it, stick it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, everybody. Come to a comfortable seated position. I'm just gonna turn to face you. We'll take 3 cleansing breaths. I'll let you get settled for a sec. Yeah. Inhale through your nose, arms fan up overhead. Exhale out your mouth as the hands come heart center. Inhale, arms rise, fan up, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Oh, thank you, boo. Inhale, arms rise, fan up, fill up, be grateful. And exhale, release. Now let's open up the left side body. So take your right hand out to the right and lift that left arm up and over. So it's a really beautiful stretch down that left side body. So we're reaching from our left fingertips and pressing down through that left sit bone. Breathe here. And check in with your neck here. How's your neck feeling? Maybe look up, maybe look down. See what feels the most comfortable in your body today. Ah, feels so good. And then let's come through center. Whee! And over to the other side. So now the left hand is out and the right arm's coming up and over. And we're really reaching from the fingertips to the sit bones. Press down through that right booty. Awesome. Now let's take a little breath to movement. So inhale, let's come into center. And then exhale, stretch over to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale, left. One more time on each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. And exhale, left. Beautiful yogis. Inhale, center. Keep the arms lifted. And then on your exhale, I want you to take your right hand behind you and put your left hand on your right knee. Inhale, grow really tall. And exhale, twist a little deeper, looking over that right shoulder. Nice. Inhale to come back to center, arms rise, fill it up, fan it up. Exhale to the left, left hand behind you, right hand to the left knee. Each inhale, we grow a little taller. Each exhale, we twist a little deeper. Here, what are you doing? Nice. And unravel, coming back to center. We're gonna come on to all fours. Just gonna turn on my little speaker for a second. Come on to all fours. So your shoulders are right above your wrists, hips are right above your knees. And we're gonna take a couple cat-cows. What? Sink your belly, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, round through the spine, scoop the low belly, take your gaze to your belly button. Inhale, sink the belly, lift the chest, look up. And exhale to round. One more inhale, sink the belly, lift the chest, look up. This time I want you to tuck your toes and then really press your tummy towards the mat and look up so you get an extra stretch down the front body. Really nice after some core work. And then point your toes back behind you, round through the spine. And this time come onto your fingertips, rounding through your shoulder blades. Look towards your belly button, chin to the chest. Nice. Now palms back to the mat, sink the belly, lift the chest, look up. And bring your big toes together, knees far apart, sink the hips to the heels, child's pose. Rest your forehead, maybe even massage that brow in between your brow on the mat. And now make your way back to all fours. And if at any time during practice you need a little break, feel free to take a child's pose, okay? You never need permission. I want you to step your right leg back behind you, tuck your toes and press through the heel. So it's a nice stretch down the back leg. And then lift your right leg hip height. And I want you to Barbie flex the foot. So it's like pointing your toe back, then flexing your toes. Now, if this is enough, stay here or extend your opposite arm forward. So I have my left arm forward and my right leg lifted. Engage your low belly. Take a big inhale breath. Exhale, bring the elbow and the knee towards each other. Inhale to expand and stretch. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to reach. Two more. Use your breath. Last one. I want you to hold this right here. Act like somebody has your wrist and your ankle and is pulling you in each direction. Now you have the option to stay right here or bend that right knee and reach around, grabbing the top of the foot or the ankle. Spread your toes. Pull the shin bone towards the back of your mat. Maybe look over your left shoulder. One more breath wherever you are. Now if you took the back foot, extend that right leg back one more time. Reach your left fingertips forward. Everybody take an inhale. And release the hand and the knee back down to the mat. Sink belly, lift the chest, look up. Big toes together, knees far apart. Sink the hips to the heels, child's pose, 2 breaths. Come here. Come itchy boo. No itchy. Nice. Now come back to all fours. We'll take that same thing on the other side. So now the left leg is going to extend back behind us. Tuck your toes, press through the heel. Stretch the back of that leg. Nice. Now lift that leg hip height. And if this is enough, stay here or extend the right arm to the front. Engage your low belly. Inhale. Exhale, bring the elbow and the knee towards each other. Inhale to reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, expand. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Slow and controlled. Use your breath. Last one. Nice. Reach, 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 reach. Really, really stretch. And then you have the option to stay right here and just hold this. Keep your core engaged. Or bend that left knee. Give yourself a little reach around. Grab the top of the foot or the ankle. Pull the shin bone back behind you. Spread your toes. Look over your right shoulder. Breathe. Nice. Without pushing, extend the left leg back. Reach the right arm forward. 1 more inhale. Exhale, release it down to the mat. Nice. Inhale, sink the lift. Look up. Exhale, big toes together, knees far apart. 2 breaths in your child's pose.
Pretty cute. Wow. It's a yoga class. Oh, sorry. I know we have to do this tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Back to all fours.
You should see how many folks were out there. And you know, our real estate people were out there.
Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. And pedal out your feet. Bend your right knee deeply and your left. And wiggle your hips, shimmy your shoulders, nod the head yes and no. Just kind of check in with your body again. How are we feeling today? And then lift your right leg up high to the sky. So 3-legged dog. And then open your hip and bend the knee so your heel hangs by your booty. And circle your ankle a couple times in each direction.
Oh.
And now square your hips to the mat and extend your leg back behind you. Rock forward to plank, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog, shoot it back. Right knee to the right tricep. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Right knee to the left tricep, use your core, twist. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Take it back to the nose and pause. And we're gonna step that foot up in between our hands for a little lunge. Woo-wee. Your back knee, untuck your back toes. Sink your hips really low, stretching the front back.
Low lunge.
Nice. We're gonna go right into a glide. So I want you to sink your hips back towards your back heel, straighten your front leg, and flex your toes back towards your nose. And a block or 2 would be handy here if you need, framing the front foot, framing your leg. And then let's glide. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Feels so nice. 1 more big inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Rebend that front knee. Come off of your blocks if you're on them. And then tuck your back toe and lift your back knee.
Yeah, really?
And then step your front foot back, fold your plank pose. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Even if you can chaturanga on your toes, I want you to drop to your knees for this first one and lower all the way to your belly. Point your toes back behind you. And I want you to press even down into the pinky side of your foot. Lift the knees lift slightly off the mat. Hug your elbows in towards your rib cage and peel up for baby cobra. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, peel up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower back down. Yogi's choice on this next one. Stick with the baby cobra or press into your up dog. Bottoms of the hands, tops of the feet are the only things touching the mat. Nice. And then on your next exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. We've got 3 breaths right here. Breathe. And do what feels good. If it feels good to have a little movement in your body, you can continue to pedal out the feet, or you can just stay stagnant and enjoy the pose for a moment. Take another big inhale through your nose. Part your lips and sigh everything out. And now lift your left leg up high to the sky. 3-legged dog. Open that hip, bend the knee, circle the ankle a couple times in each direction. And then square your hips to the mat, extend the leg back behind you. Rock forward to plank, bring your knee in toward your nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Left knee to the left tricep. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Left knee to the right tricep, use your core, twist. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Bring it back to your nose and pause. And step your foot up in between the hands. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes, sink the hips nice and low. Breathe into the front of that right hip flexor. 2 blocks might feel nice. Make sure your front toes, your knee is behind your front toes. Nice. Now sink towards your back heel, straighten your front leg. Flex your toes back towards your nose, engage your core. Nice. And let's glide. Our hamstrings love this dynamic movement. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. 2 more. Inhale, forward.
How come you're so straight and I'm so bent?
I'm probably a little more flexible in my hip flexor.
Well,
Every bit of front knee. Oh, shoot. So come back into your lunge. Front knee is bent. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, and step your front foot back. Hold your plank pose. For 5, 4, booties out of the air. 3, 2, 1. Now knees or toes. Chaturanga. Makes you what? Holler. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths right here. Nice. Now walk your feet up to meet your hands and stay in a forward fold. So we all tend to get lazy in the tummy here. I want you to scoop your low belly in. And the crown of your head is reaching towards the mat. So there's no tension in your neck. Nod your head yes and no. And let's grab our opposite elbows here. Sway side to side. And breathe. You can have as much bend in the knees as you need to, but as we stay here, slowly starting to straighten the legs a little bit more. Bless you, boo. Nice, sweet girl. That's so nice, boo. That's so nice. And then I want you to bring your hands to your shins and shine that beautiful heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way to standing, hands connect above the head. Big inhale, fan it up, fill it up. And then exhale, hands come down to heart center. Now we're going to take 2 Surya Namaskar A's, 2 sun salutation A's. Hands to prayer with the heart. Inhale, arms rise, fan it up, fill it up. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins, shine your heart forward. Bring your hands down to your mat, step it back to plank. Chaturanga makes you holla, knees or toes. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Cleansing breath, inhale through your nose. Part your lips, sigh everything out. Bring your big toes together at the back of your mat. Come high onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees, look between your thumbs. Option to step or hop to the front of your mat. Bring your hands to your shins, shine your heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way to standing, hands connect above the head, fill it up. And exhale, hands come heart center. Nice, one more time exactly like that. Inhale, arms rise. Oxygenating the body. Woohoo! Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands to your shin, shine your heart forward. Hands to the mat, step it back to your plank. Knees or toes, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths right here, child's pose if you need it. Nice, let's take a cleansing breath. Inhale through your nose. Heart your lips, let everything go. Now bring your big toes together at the back of your mat. Come high onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees. Look between your thumbs. Option to step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, hands to shin. Shine your heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way to standing. Hands connect above the head. Fill it up. And exhale, hands come heart center. Nice. Going right into sun salutation B. So this is when we add a chair pose at the beginning and a warrior 1 at the end. Ooh, ooh. Hands to prayer at your heart. Let's take a cleansing breath right here. Inhale through your nose. Heart your lips, let it go. And inhale, arms rise above your head. And drop it like it's hot, chair pose. Hey, hey, get low, get low. We're gonna hold this here for 2 breaths. So I want the weight in your heels. I want your low belly engaged, and I want your fingertips active. One more big inhale. Sink a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Nice work, you guys. Bring your hands to your shin, shine your heart forward. Hands down to the mat, step it back to plank and through your vinyasa, chaturanga. Woohoo! Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gather yourself for a moment. And then lift your right leg up high to the sky, 3-legged dog. Step the foot up in between your hands.
Oh.
Now we're gonna drop that back heel, but we're keeping our hips square to the mat. So my front heel is in line with my back heel. And on my inhale breath, I rise up, keeping my chest forward. My biceps go by my ears, and I'm still active. Spear fingers, jazz hands through the fingertips. Engage your low belly. Sink deep into that right leg. Reach to the back outer edge of that left foot. Nice, you guys look good. Okay, one more big inhale here. Exhale, hands down to frame the front foot. Come onto those back toes. Step back into a plank. Chaturanga makes you hala. Go through your vinyasa. Two breaths in your down dog. Inhale through your nose. Part your lips, let it go. Now lift that left leg up high to the sky. And step that foot up in between your hands. Same setup, so drop that back heel, but keep your hips square. Use your inhale breath, rise, warrior 1. Breathe. Sink deep into that front leg, reach to the back outer edge of that back foot. Nice, you guys. One more big inhale here, look up. Exhale, hands down to frame the front foot. Come onto your back toes. Step it back. Vinyasa. Chaturanga makes you hala. Woohoo! Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And come down to all fours. Big toes together, knees far apart. Sink the hips to the heels. Child's pose. Take a breather. Rest. If you need a sip of water, you're welcome. If you need a sip of water, have a sip of water. Water. And make your way back to all fours. Excuse me. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Come onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees. Look between your thumbs. Option to step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, we shine. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we rise. Fill it up, be grateful. And exhale, hands come down to heart center. All right, we're going to take our wide-legged forward fold sequence. We're going to start with C and turn it into A. I want you to take a wide stance with your legs. So if your arms were out to the sides, your ankles would approximately be underneath your wrists. I know all my body parts. All right, now I want you to interlace your hands behind you. And let's work from our foundation up. So I'm pressing in to like the 3 points of my foot underneath the ball of my big toe, my pinky toe, and my heel. And then I'm lifting the tops of my kneecaps, engaging my quads. Okay, so my legs are nice and straight and strong here. Now, interlace your hands behind you, and then I want you to pull your knuckles towards the floor, lift your heart, and lean back slightly. And then on an exhale, I want you to forward fold, hinging from your hips. Reach the arms up overhead. Crown of your head hangs totally heavy. Again, no tension in your neck. Act as if it were a bowling ball hanging from your shoulders. Breathe. Now check in. Did you let your gut go? Don't get lazy in your tummy. One more inhale like this. And then exhale, I want you to bring your hands down to the mat with your fingertips in line with your toes. So your elbows should be bent. And then I want you to hug your elbows towards each other.
My arms aren't long enough to bend.
That's okay, as long as they're in line with your toes. One more breath right here. And now inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale all the way to standing. Whee! Nice. And then heel toe your feet together. Beautiful. We're going to come into our standing poses. I'm going to push you guys just a little bit. So make sure if you're feeling like you're wobbly today already, have a chair or a piece of furniture or a wall close by. We're going to take eagle pose, which we learned on the first day, into tree pose. So we're going to do 2 poses back to back. And we're going to attempt to not drop our lifted leg, okay? If you do, don't worry, you won't lose any yoga points. You're still a perfect, beautiful yogi. All right, so I want you to stand. Which leg do I want to do? I want you to stand firmly into your left foot. So our left leg is going to be the grounding leg here, and our right leg is
Yeah, we're gonna take the left foot and go.
here to, whew, I already dropped it, to here. Okay, but it's going to be much slower. So let's get our arms into position first. Open your arms.
It's not her, it's me.
You okay?
I'm losing the sound.
Oh, can you hear me now? Okay, arms out to the side.
Go out and come back in.
So whichever leg goes on top, that arm goes under. So arms out to the side. Since we're going to have our right leg go on top, we're going to have our right arm go under. So right arm goes underneath the left. And maybe we're going to get our palms together. Maybe it's going to be the back of our hands. Maybe we're just giving ourselves a hug. Okay, so find what works for you. Then if you aren't giving yourself a hug and you're trying to do the palms, I want you to lift your elbows off your chest and bring your forearms away from your face. Nice. Once that feels good, get stable in your standing leg. So the left leg is stable. And we're going to wrap this right leg around, attempting to get our toes behind our calf. Now another option here, since I have a block, would be you could just kickstand your toes on that block or whatever is similar to a block. Okay? And the lower you sit, the easier it actually is to wrap. Okay, I want 2 breaths right here. Scoop your low belly in, breathe, find a focal point, something that's not moving. Beautiful, you guys. All right, now release the hands. And do your best to not drop your foot. So coming into tree, either the calf or maybe the inner thigh, anywhere but the, remember what? Anywhere but the knee joint. starting with the hands in prayer. Now, if you're on your inner thigh is pressing into your foot as much as your foot is pressing into your thigh. And if you feel sturdy here, let's grow. Whee! And take a moment of gratitude. This is a pose of gratitude, so just think of 3 things you're grateful for in this very moment.
Where are you going?
They lost sound, they had to reconnect. One more big inhale here. And then exhale, bring the hands back down to prayer. Now remember, you're in charge. Never just slam your foot down. Bring that knee in towards your chest. And then place it down. Woo! Nice. Give that left leg.
No slamming, huh?
It just did a lot of work. Okay,
That was
be grateful
good.
we have 2 legs. We got to do the other side. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Standing firmly into that right leg now. Now, if you like the kickstand, but get your block over to the right side of your foot. Arms out to the side. So our left leg is wrapping over. That means our left arm goes underneath this time. And either palms together, back of the hands together, or a big hug. If you're not hugging, lift it, elbows off the chest, forearms are away from the face. And then let's bring that left leg up and over, either taking a little kickstand or getting it behind the calf. Whee, I'm a wobbly eagle today. Engage your little belly. The deeper you sit, the lower you sit, the easier it is to wrap. Nice, one more inhale here. Exhale. Now release the hands. And then place your foot into your tree pose, attempting not to place that foot down. So anywhere but the knee joint, either the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh. Make your way to prayer hands. Whee! I'm a swaying tree today. And then maybe grow your tree. Take a moment. I'm grateful for you guys. Grateful for Zoom and technology and Wi-Fi right now. What would we do? One more big inhale. Hands come back to the heart center. Nice. Don't drop it. You're in charge. Bring that knee in towards your chest and set it back down. Woohoo! And give that right leg a little shimmy, shimmy, shake it out.
I don't know why she doesn't think she's working this out. She's working this out.
What did I do?
I heard you.
I heard you. Whispering going on. All right. We're gonna come down onto our booties. Laying all the way back.
Leg all the way back.
Bring the bottoms of your feet together, let the knees fall open. And bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly.
What did she say? Oh, our feet together?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we just had a gratitude moment, but let's have another one. And this time, let the focus be on your body and how truly amazing it is. Tell your body thank you for everything it does for you in every single moment of every single solitary day. Your ability to see beautiful sunsets, to hear your favorite song, to taste your favorite foods and smell your favorite flowers, and hopefully someday soon hug our loved ones. For our lungs that keep breathing and our heart that keeps beating. Tell your body, thank you so, so, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take one big, huge inhale here. And exhale, let it all go. And then close your knees, bring the bottoms of your feet to the mat. And we're gonna come into bridge pose. So if anybody wants to take a restorative bridge pose by placing a block underneath their sacrum, feel free. Or I'll walk you through the full expression of the pose. So roll your shoulder blades down your back and then lift your hip points up towards the sky. Interlace your hands underneath you And do your best not to turn your head in this pose. And I want you to press your arms into the mat to lift your hip points even higher. Nice, we've got 5 full breaths right here. Nice. Now release your hands, untuck your shoulder blades, and really mindfully, one vertebrae at a time, so you're gonna wanna engage your belly here. Work your way back down to the mat. And then if you're on a block, come off of your block and take your feet as wide as your mat. Then we're gonna windshield wiper our knees back and forth. So drop the knees over to the right and then over to the left. And just take that a couple times. It should feel nice. Awesome. And then come back to center, hug your knees into your chest. And do what feels good, either rocking side to side or circling the knees, or maybe just giving yourself a really big squeeze. And then keep the right knee hugged into your chest, extend the left leg long, flexing through both feet. Take a big inhale breath right here. And then exhale, we're gonna take it into a twist. So drop that knee across your body towards the left side of your mat, but pin your right shoulder blade to the mat. So your knee might not get as low as you. And then look over to your right fingertip. And breathe deeply. And then come back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Rock side to side or circle the knees a couple times in each direction, just realigning the spine here. And then keep the left knee hugged into your chest and extend the right leg long. Breathe deeply. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, supine twist. Drop that knee across the body over to the right side and extend that left arm out. Look over to the left thumb, finishing off the twist in the spine.
Oops, sorry.
And come back to center. Lift your legs straight up to the sky. If you have a strap or a towel and want to strap up your legs, or if you want to flip around and put your legs up the wall, feel free. Got about 10 breaths right here. Legs up the wall. The king and queen of all poses, in my opinion. And then if you have a strap, remove the strap and open your leg. Even if you're on the wall, you can just open your legs out wide, getting a really nice stretch down the inner thigh. Just 2 big breaths right here. And then your legs back up. And we're going to take a happy baby. So bend your knees and bring your arms in between your knees, and then grab your ankles or maybe the outside edges of your feet or even your big toes with your peace fingers. And then we pull the knees in towards our armpits and we press our low back into the mat. And then it might feel nice to rock side to side, so we can do that.
Rock side to side.
And then hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a really big squeeze. Tell yourself how awesome you are. Look what you've done. 6 days of intro to yoga. I'm so amazing. Woo! And then make your way into Shavasana. If you want to put a blanket over you or put a bolster underneath your knees or something over your eyes. Make it really comfortable. We're going to take a moment to just squeeze everything before we get into it.
Before we get into it.
So squeeze your toes. Contract the muscles in your quads. Make some fists. Squeeze your core, your glutes, your face. Everything squeeze super, 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 super tight. Take an enormous inhale. And exhale, let everything go. Release and relax. Shavasana.
My favorite.
Tattooing our forehead or our temples. Where's your oil, Whitney?
And start to wiggle your toes and twinkle your fingers and deepen your breath. And then rotate your head from side to side. And take a nice big good morning stretch, reaching the fingertips up overhead, stretching all the way to your tippy toes. And make your way onto your favorite side. You can take a moment there. And into a comfortable seated position.
I thought she's going to see this. It's going to roll up.
And we'll take one more cleansing breath together. Bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Take a really big inhale as the arms fan up overhead. Fill up, be grateful. And exhale out your mouth as the hands come heart center. Thank you so much for trusting me in this little journey of ours. Infinite love and gratitude to you all. Namaste.
Thank you, Ed.
Welcome.
Thank you, Whitney.
You're welcome.
Love you.
I love you.
you.
I love you guys.